Hi everyone, I'm Deanne from Newfoundland, Canada. Welcome to my Flosstube channel, Stitching on the Rock. We are at episode 62, and we are at the 16th of November. Goodness, how does this year fly by? So if you're new, thanks for coming and checking me out. I hope you find something you like. I hope you like the video and subscribe. If you've been around for a while, welcome back. It's nice to see all of you again. What's been going on? It's been raining and raining and raining. Apparently in the last 16 days, we've had 10 days of rain. It's been foggy. It's been basically blah. It's actually not raining today. It's kind of cloudy, a little bit of blue sky out there, but it's good. I actually know someone getting married today, so it's really good for her that it's not pouring rain. I've been Christmas shopping, the earliest I've started ever, and I think I'm about 80 to 90% done. I have stockings for Aaron, a stocking for Aaron left, and I hate shopping for stockings. Like, what 17-year-old boy wants to open the stocking and say, "Oh, yay, deodorant! Ooh, a tube of toothpaste! Wow, body wash!" What you get a teenage boy? I mean, I'm gonna pick up a $10 Roblox card or a $10 Steam card or something like that, but I can't fill a stocking with video game cards. He's not a candy or a chocolate person. I'll probably buy a box of popcorn to put in it. That's about the only snack that he really enjoys. Yeah. And then I have to get, I have another thing to buy him that I'm going to get hopefully Black Friday. And I have a gift card to get for my sister and something to get to add on to my mom's. And that's about it. Everything else, I have to get a birthday gift for my great niece. Her birthday is the 27th of December, but I'm going to buy her a gift card. Walmart probably. And other than that, I'm done. I have to wrap it all. Ugh, yuck. What else has been going on in life? Not much. I'm enjoying my new stove. Aaron got his report card. They were supposed to have a math assessment a week from Thursday. So not this Thursday past, but the one before. And they ended up in secure school. There was an incident in the neighborhood that the cops were called, and it involved a teenager, and he took off. And so they locked down all the schools. And they had to stay in the class that they were in at 11 a.m. until they got out at 4. They got the okay to let them go at 4. They normally get out at 3. But now Aaron comes out a backside door, and I pick him up at the door. And so they actually brought him down to one of the rooms, or special services rooms on the first floor when it happened at 11. So he actually got to come out when I was there. I was right at the door. But they didn't even get lunch. From 11 o'clock to 4 o'clock with nothing to eat, stuck in one classroom. Oh. Anyway, so they missed that math assessment, so it didn't get added to his report card. So his math mark was not very good. He just did not get the first unit they did. And then he was sick for part of it. He had that 3-day suspension for part of it. My sister was away for part of it, so we were just going to hope that he improves and anyway, they did the assessment on this past Wednesday. Thursday he didn't have math, but his math teacher stopped in the hallway, told him he got 89 on it. So that's more Aaron's marks in math. His English mark was 55, but if he passes English, we'll be happy. And all the rest of them were like 80s and 90s. He might have had like a 77 or a 78 in one other class, but like all like A's pretty much. So, that's him, except for his English and this year's math. I guess that's about all that's been happening. Nothing else that I can think of. Life is work and housework. That's about it. Probably the highlight this week was I got a new set of bed sheets. My life is very boring. But on to the stitching, which I know is what you're all here for. No FFOs, no FOs this week after the 6 I had last week. I did go to the fabric store and pick up a couple of small pieces of fabric to finish some pillows. I just haven't finished them because I've been really enjoying doing my stitching and I don't want to leave my stitching. Oh, I should have said thank you for everyone who commented on my last video. I got some great plans, ideas for next year. Some people who said I'm not planning, I have no plans made, but you know, we all get to stitch how we want to stitch. So yeah, there was lots of great things and I've drawn for all the stuff and I'll tell you all about that at the end of the video. I also didn't mention any Flosstubers in my last video. I had so much to show you and talk about last video. I totally forgot, so I have 4 this time for you. It's definitely becoming sweater weather here. So a couple of new ones. I only have a few videos out each. One is Cross Stitch Kim. She is in Saskatchewan, so she's a fellow Canadian Flosstuber, and I'm always on the lookout for those. She's got 3 videos out so far. She is a model stitcher for Erin Elizabeth Designs. So if you like Erin's designs and want to know who model stitches some of her designs, go check out Kim, and I'll list all of these below in the drop down box. Another new one that has 4 videos out is Stitched by the Brook, who is Brooke. And she has 4 videos out and she's in Oklahoma and she's got some really interesting pieces that she's working on, so you can check her out. And then 2 that have been around for a while, floss tubing. First up is Kensington Cross Stitch, Deborah. And I have gone back and watched all of Deborah's videos and I finally am up to date. And she has some great things that she stitched and some really interesting finishing things. And she's a fellow Trekkie, so we've been chatting a little bit about Star Trek. And then finally, she posted a video yesterday, which made me think to add this to my list, is K Threads and Stitches. And she's not a prolific video maker, like there's lots of gaps between her videos, but her finishes are amazing. I like her pillows and her flat finishes. They are beautiful, so it's another one for you guys to check out. And like I said, they're all going to be in the list down below. What else can I tell you? If I had anything come in, oh, I had some fabric. And nope. Sorry, I should have had this prepared for you. Oh, a couple of my darts for next year. You get a sneak peek of them. Sorry, I should have had this ready. I never thought about this. I usually do purchases at the end, but then I didn't even have it ready for that. So I got a couple of pieces of fabric come in and a floss, and I'm gonna I have no idea where the other piece is. Right here. I'm sneak peek of a couple of things I'm doing next year. I am starting this one, which is Bouquet of Sunshine, and that is from Cross Stitch and Country Crafts, July, August 1992. I saw it on someone's, and I don't know who, and I apologize that I don't know who, someone's Instagram. They had done it, and I just fell in love with it because it's sunflowers, and you know me and sunflowers. And my friend Patty from Brennan Nettle had the magazine and made a copy of the pattern for me. So I had a piece of fabric come for that, which is taupe. I think it was light taupe or something. It came, so I'm gonna do it on that. It's a 32 count linen in light taupe. So that came in, and that came from Gita's in Ontario, and from Embroidery Marketplace in Alberta, I got a piece, a 32 count linen in summer khaki, and one thread that I didn't have, pumpkin, and that is going to be from the, it's stuck, March 2024 cross stitch and needlework. They have in here a couple of Kathy Haberman's celebrations of the seasons. So I'm going to be doing the March one. And the threads for that are a combination of cauliflower and what I had in my stash. Oops. Oh my goodness, everything keeps slipping off my lap here. I was trying to get the threads organized so I could show them to you on the piece of fabric. So, let's see if I can do this. So these are the colors that I'm doing that in. So that's a sneak peek of a couple of pieces I'm doing next year with my purchases. So that ended up being in front of my whips, which was not what I had planned video, but gotta go with the flow, right? So next up are my whips. Yep. So first up is Little Things sampler by Stitches Through the Years. Get all that straight. Doing it 1/2 on 36 count light mocha, and I'm doing it with my own thread conversion. I just picked threads from my stash when I decided this was a pattern I won from Felicia, and her Flosstube channel has gone out of my head, but I won it a couple of years ago, and I started it this past year, I think, 2023 maybe, or early 2024, I'm not sure. But anyway, this is where I am, if I can get it all. Hopefully you can see it all. And it's really wrinkly fabric, sorry about that. And like, I iron it, and 5 seconds later it's just as wrinkly as before. So I have the border section. It doesn't, as I have already put up a picture, I'm sure, of what it looks like. As you know, there's a band across the bottom, so the border doesn't actually go all the way around the 4 sides. But this side is complete all the way down. I've been working on the other side, and my goal is to get this side complete by the end of the year. So since you saw it last, let me just get it folded up so I can get it closer in. Oh, goodness. It's also not very cooperative fabric. Okay, so this side. There are 6 motifs going down the each side, these flower type motifs. So since you saw it last, I have completed the darker gray line here and here, and the taupe line, which this is all the same color. So I've gone all the way down here with that line and did the outline of this. So this is motif number 3. So I have to finish that one. There's 1 motif here, 1 motif here, and 1 motif down here. And obviously the line has to continue down, and the dark gray comes down on these angle parts. Hopefully that makes sense. So I want to get all of that done by the end of the year. we'll see if that actually works. Next we have my Quaker Canada flag for the Quaker Flag Sal 2024, hosted by Darvania Lee Designs and Wombat Hollow Crafts. The pattern is by Vivisters on Etsy. I'm doing it 1/1 on 28 count white Lugana, and I am stitching it with Sulky. And since you have seen it last, it has gotten 458 stitches, and I'm now at 20.17%. Hopefully that's everything I need to tell you about it. So here is where we are. So I haven't done a whole lot since you saw it last. I had a stitchy chat with Michelle from the 2Bay Stitchers the other night, and I completed this motif. And that's what I've done on it since you've seen it last. I have 1, 2.5 stitches, motifs left to finish this side of the flag. And then when I get that done, I will probably chop this part of the fabric off because it's big and bulky. But yeah, so we are almost done with one side of the Canada flag. And it's looking lovely. I'll bring it in so you can see all of the motifs and how pretty they are. So that one, well, that will get finished this year, and I'm hoping that I'll get the middle section done next year. We shall see. At least I'd like to get to the maple leaf done. Next up is River's Edge by Kevin Daniel for Heaven and Earth Design. I am stitching it 1/1 on 28 count lichen gray. I'm doing this one for my son. I'd like to have it done by the time he graduates next year. Not sure if that's going to happen. Since you saw it last, I have put in 515 stitches and I'm at 24.03. I wanted to get to 50% this year. Not going to happen. I get to 25% by the end of the year and I'll be very happy, which I don't think will take that long. Then anything I do over that will be a bonus for the year. So here is where we are with it. So what have I been doing on it? I'm going to fold it up and show you that I have been working on this reddish pinky color. This is the burn that's in the background, and it continues all the way, like it's in. Don't know if you can see, it goes, that color just goes out in the sky and that. And other than that, I mean, I've been filling in a few colors here and there, nothing exciting to show you that that stands out like the burn does. But yep, there we go. And not quite all of it. Oh, let's just do it that way again. Open it wide open. So there we go. Well, I think the sun went behind the clouds. Let's bring my lamp a little bit closer. And finally, and boy am I flying through this, is Mini Sunflower by Marion Broom for Heaven and Earth Designs. It's stitched 1/1 on 25 count daffodil. Since you've seen it, I have done 2,144 and I'm at 80.83%. I am so much enjoying stitching on it, but I also had to frog a section, unfortunately. But here is where we are. You can obviously, well, lighting again. Sorry guys. The sun has definitely gone away and the clouds are coming in, and I'm not sure when the girl I know is getting married, but I hope she's married. you can definitely see where I had to frog, that bottom corner there. I had a mistake. I couldn't figure out what I had done wrong. And I just frogged it all because it was just frustrating that I couldn't figure it out. So I just said, nah, the heck with it. But let me see where I am. Oh boy. This section from about right there over, other than about a dozen stitches, is completed. Yay! One of my colors was not in the bag with this, so I must have pulled it out for something else to get a thread out of it and didn't put it back. But it's like a dozen stitches maybe. But that is 100% completed. And it looks so good. Like that bud was not there the last time or I showed it to you, or not like clearly like that. You can tell because I showed you a bouquet of sunshine. I love sunflowers, and the more sunflower patterns I complete, the better. I'm going to have a whole display of sunflowers. But yeah, it looks amazing. And this is what I'm stitching on, and I may just keep stitching on it until it's done. Or I'll definitely keep stitching on it until I'm like, oh, I don't want to see that anymore. And I'm hoping, oh, 2 weeks is not much time. Depends on how much stitching time I get. But hopefully, yeah, by the 1st of December, maybe, or the first week in December, I may have it finished. We shall see. And that is all of my stitching. Not a whole lot, but I've been focusing on that one mostly. So last week for my 700 subscribers, I had some thank yous, and I've drawn at least 2, maybe 3 of the people that won this time have won from me before, but I don't keep addresses. After I've sent off what you've won, I delete the email with your address. So you'll have to send me your address again. Warning, Canada Post, for those of you who aren't in Canada, is about to go on strike. So the sooner you get me your address, the sooner I get it in the mail and hopefully get it to you before they actually do. You can contact me. My email is down below, the first thing in the drop down box. My Instagram is the second thing, which is Deanne_Stitching on the Rock, if anyone wants to follow me over there. You can contact me either way with your full name, your full mailing address, and your YouTube username, because I know that lots of people don't use their name for their usernames, and I need to know who you are. So even if you send me your name, if it's not the same as your YouTube username, I won't know what you want. Or you can tell me what you want as well. So that might help as well. But here we go. So first up was the Quirky Quaker Chickens pattern, and that was won by Norma Hanson 5913. And I'm going to list everybody's name in the drop down box as well, so that you know that you have to contact me. The thread, Brenna Nettles Kitchen Party, was Roxanne Green 5722. And the fabric, the dark golden harvest opalescent linen 32 count, was won by Makes Stitches. The pasta stash of the pattern, Love Crazy by Lizzie Kate, was won by Janet Frazier 8317. And then we have 4 people that are getting the 2024 charms. We have 5 going to Virpir, BIRPIR 2453. We have 10 going to Rose Crafty Corner. We have 10 going to Nicole C 2523. And we have 5 going to Kitmar 1667. So congratulations to all of you. Like I said, the quicker you can get your address to me, the quicker I can get them out to you. And hopefully Canada Post won't affect any of it. We can hope. What a time to go on strike. And I think that is everything. It seems like it was really quick and really zoomed through. I'm just trying to think of anything else I can say. I can tell you more about my plans for next year. I know I talk about it in every video, but I can keep talking about it. I'll do that for a couple of minutes before I say goodbye. For those of you who are new, I am turning 55 next year, so I am doing 55 new starts. I went through my stash of patterns that somehow I collect but never start, and I ended up, I guess, with around 30-ish. And then we were away, and I got to visit an LNS in June, and I think I got 4 patterns from that visit. And what else did I do? Oh, I found some magazines with some patterns that I wanted to start at local thrift stores, and of course I ordered some on Etsy. And somehow or another I came up with 55 starts. But I actually pulled out 2 last week after I showed you guys the 3 that I bought and put in 2 of the new ones. And then it turns out I had one written down twice. And so all 3 of my new ones are going in there. And I pulled out a shepherd's bush that I thought was way too complicated, and a full coverage when I thought, oh, I don't need any new full coverage right now. And then I bought, how am I going to start them? Because I'm not a seasonal stitcher. I haven't really been a small stitcher up until the last year or so, but I have my little marshmallow jar here, and I cut up 55 pieces of paper with numbers on them, and my son is drawing out a month at a time. And then I bought this book planner. It has room for 50 projects, but it has some blank pages at the end. So as he draws them out, I put them down with the start date, and then I went through my stash of fabric and threads, and I've been pulling out what I can kit up, and then I've been purchasing here and there slowly because I cannot kit up 55 projects at once. And so I have everything kitted up until the end of April. And then I have all the patterns that are in here from April to July put in here. And then now I'm going through like May's and going through my stash and then buying what I need to kit up May's. I do need to make some more project bags or purchase some project bags because I have all of mine full. But I actually have 3 project bags in process of being made, so that will get me through part of May. But as you know, I'm starting one every Wednesday. Because the 1st of January is on a Wednesday, but as you know, there's only 52 weeks. So I'm starting one on my birthday, one on my son's birthday, and one on Christmas Day, and that will get me my 55 starts. And I'm trying to be very organized. And I'm also going to be doing, starting the 1st of December, a short on my channel, just to preview the ones that I'm starting in the following month. So December will be January's projects. In case anyone is interested in joining me in a start along or picking up if you have that project in your whips and working on it for the week that I'm working on mine, or even if you have a project from the same designer and you want to start or work on it during the week that I'm doing mine, any of those things, I welcome the knowing that someone else is doing the same thing, because it's gonna it might be a struggle by the time I get through the middle of the year doing all these starts, but quite a number of them are small, so it shouldn't take me more than a week or 2 to finish them anyway. What else? I have someone that's joining me in the 55 start along, Carmen, who's gonna starting her 55 as well. We haven't really checked to see if we're doing the same starts or designers, but we should. It'd be nice, even if it's a different design by the same designer, to know to start along together a couple of times throughout the year. And in sort of in the vein of this, I just got a notice from Instagram that they're no longer going to be doing hashtags, or you can't follow hashtags anymore starting next month, which is a bummer because this is the first thing I've really started that I wanted to add a hashtag to. Because if someone was doing the same thing, I could check the hashtag and see who was doing what. But if you are going to join me in any of these projects, or even say, oh, well, I have not that design by this designer, but another one, tag me on Instagram so that I can see what you're doing. And I think that's it for that. And enjoy the rest of your day. Happy stitching. I'll see you guys again in a couple of weeks. Bye.